Ready to go!
Alrighty, g'day ladies and gents. We are here with a WAL 503 prediction. You looking forward to the event, John?
Yeah.
Some interesting matches coming up.
California, right?
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Is
503.
Yeah, that's 504.
504 is in California. 503, yeah.
Which is where I get to face Alan.
Okay.
We can talk about that as well if you want, but you think of it as a match, Alan, don't you?
Yeah, your match with Alan. Yeah, we could discuss it a little bit. Yeah, he's really strong on a hook, so you're going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the guys that are going to try to top roll you are probably going to be better suited for you. So this will be a really tough challenge for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I think that it's a match that I actually don't mind taking on. Like traditionally, I started out as an arm wrestler who loved taking on hookers. I was good at denying them, but I have, as you said, I've evolved into this kind of anti-top roller.
Right.
But we'll see. It's going to be good either way.
Yeah,
but
it'll be a big stage. It'll be fun.
Yeah. But 503. Let's do the matches from probably in the order that they'll happen. I think the first match will be potentially Nancy Locke against Valerie Beach.
Okay.
I got to see Nancy at 501. She was like an Alan Fisher in terms of her energy at the table. She was fired up, and
right.
I find it hard to get past her.
Yeah. As you know, I don't know a lot about it's kind of hard to have experience with the art arm wrestling the women, so I don't really know. Last time I think I voted against Valerie, she ended up winning, so she surprised me with how well she's progressed over the years. But I just have to see. I mean, I really don't have any comment on what could possibly happen. Is there a catch weight? I mean, are they both a certain weight? Because neither one of them are very big women. I mean, they're more along the lines of.
I think they'd be. I don't even know. Like in kilograms, they'd probably be like 50 kilos. So like 110 pound or something like that. I think it's pretty light. But I've never seen Valerie pull. I've seen her pull in on a few, I think UAL events years gone by. Right. But I find it. I'm going with Nancy all in. Basically, from what I saw when she pulled at 501, even though she didn't beat Victoria Carlson, she was right there in the match. Lost 3-2, but it was the match of the night. She fires up, and I think she'll dominate.
Right.
So.
All right, I'll take Valerie then.
You'll go Valerie? All right, okay. Next one, let's go Jana Salmons, Tom Holland.
Giannis, well, I mean, the legend, great arm wrestler. I mean, it just depends on what kind of shape he's in. I mean, it looks like from what I see on the internet, he's gotten in a lot better shape. If he comes fully equipped like he can, I mean, it's his to lose, right? I mean, I can't see him losing.
And I agree. If a healthy Giannis turns up, and the word that I'm hearing is that a healthy Giannis is going to turn up. Right. So I think that if that is the case, Tom Holland is going to struggle. I mean, as good as Tom is, he's pretty versatile in being able to set a hook. I think Giannis's back pressure is going to be too much, and he's got a lot of pronation as well. It's
great
probably
hand strength. Yeah, I would assume he would take him out of position, but
yeah.
The pool started up.
The pool did.
Can we shut that damn pool off?
Yeah, let's shut the pool off. Funny. There we go.
All right, back.
We got the pools off, but Tom Holland. One thing that Tom Holland did recently that impressed me was he beat Mindaugas Tarasitis, who's a world champ in the 70 kilo category, and he's a top roller. And Tom managed to force him into a hook, and look pretty good. So the mechanics are there that it could happen, but
well, we'll see. Thursday or Friday, how well Giannis is. He's supposedly going to be at.
He's coming to our event as well. So
we'll for sure see what kind of level he's at.
Yeah,
he breezes through the heavyweights. Will be easy to place your bet on him.
Yeah, well, that's true, but I think that this is I think it's gonna. My vote is 3-0 Giannis.
Yeah.
I want to see a war, but I feel like it's going to be too much Giannis.
Yeah. Even in a hook, Giannis is strong enough to stop it, and then he'll work his technique, work the top roll, work the back pressure.
I actually think that if it went into a hook, I'd say Tom would win. But I just don't think we'll get there.
Yeah. All right.
So, where are you going?
I'm going to go Giannis for
Giannis?
sure. Yeah, for sure.
For sure. All right. Justin Bishop and Mike Celiaris.
Haven't pulled with Mike in so long. He looked good at the last tournament. Justin's got the explosive power. I would expect if it's going to go Justin's way, it's going to be a quick flash pin. If Mike stops it, then it might be Mike's. I think Mike probably has the better endurance, the larger hand. He's going to be able to manipulate the the match if it stops. But Justin might be strong enough just to pop him.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Justin, back pressure, good wrist. If his wrist goes back a bit, he's still got a fair bit of side pressure. I feel like Mike has to get Justin palm up for Mike to win.
Yeah. And Mike's hard to deal with. His hand is so wide and so big. It's difficult. But Justin has that type of a top roll. He's got that high posting, knuckles high, directly back type top roll. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I had experience against Justin, and knowing that even if you do pop his hand back, so I like, for instance, I got Justin's hand back with pronation, but then he still had a lot of side pressure.
Yeah.
So, but with the WAL pads a bit longer, we know Mike's got a King's move as well. If Mike gets to a King's move and Justin's wrist is back.
Well, will Justin be able to shift gears out of that and do a King's move also, or will he be stuck trying to go sideways through it, which is a lost cause, right?
Yeah, and I've never seen Justin stand up and press in like a fully committed press. He's more like a side pressure, dragging, trying to, like Todd Hutchins kind of style. But yeah, I don't know. Can he press? I don't know. My gut feel is Justin will get the match done.
Yeah.
But he may lose a round or two, depending on Mike's shenanigans.
Right. If he loses one, if it's early, he might lose the rest of them. I think if Mike wins one, he'll win the rest of them. So Justin has to just stay fresh, stay focused, and hit hard.
Yeah. So who you going?
Justin.
Justin?
Yeah.
All right. Me too. I'm going Justin as well. Justin. Yeah. I want another match with Justin.
Yeah.
If all goes well with me and Alan, and Justin beats Mike.
Yeah, no, I think you got the strength now and that sticking point in the strap that you could give Justin a good match.
There you go, Justin.
But I don't know what's your weight now. You're heavy compared
to
what
I'm going to be 200 pounds for WAL.
And
so
what does Justin walk around at?
I think Justin's walking around like 190.
Oh, okay. So I figured he was a little bit lighter.
Yeah, he's a little bit lighter than me. I'm walking around 207, but I'll beat 200 for my WAL match with Alan. So that middleweight bracket, which is a slightly heavy middleweight. I think true middleweight's like what, 195 or something.
I don't know what the weight classes are anymore. I mean, they're jumping all over the place. I mean, Todd Hutchins is a super heavyweight now. I don't know. He's just
they've kind of gotten rid of the 220 pound class.
Gotcha.
Like it doesn't really exist.
So, so they dropped. It's not 209 anymore. It's 200. Is that kind of what they're
they're
talking about? The RBJ champion class, 200 pounds. Okay.
Yeah. So, which kind of works for me. That's probably the best weight for me. I mean, I'd love not to have to do any cut, but I think I'll have to. If I stop eating sugar, and I'll probably get there, but it's like 3.5 weeks away from today kind of thing, or 4 weeks from today, my event. So if I just reduce carbs, I may walk straight in, but I like carbs.
Right. Yeah. No, it's not any fun dieting. It sucks to diet.
Yeah. And then, all right, what do we got? The two big matches that are going to be really interesting. Let's go with Krasny Kostadinov and Marcio Barboza.
Well, I guess it just all depends on Krasny. Krasny has been able to stop the very best top rollers in the world. I mean, I've seen him hook in Arsenal layup, who is considerably, I think, stronger with the back pressure and hard hitting like Marcio is going to try to do.
Yep.
So it just depends on Krasny. How strong is his hand? I think if he's able to control the match into a hook, I think Marcio still has a chance to win in the hook, but it has to be within the first 5 or 6 seconds. I mean, if it lasts any longer than that, anywhere on the table, if Krasny's able to hook it and able to stop it, I can't see Krasny losing. But
So Krasny's got out of the strength comparisons, Krasny's got a better cup, and probably better side pressure. Marcio better back pressure, better pronation.
Correct.
So it's just which way the card's going to fall.
Yeah.
Does Krasny have the ability to dead wrist pull if Marcio pops his hand?
No, I don't think he would even attempt to try to do it. I think he's going to be coming across the table, with the joint type hook, and he'll try to get underneath it somehow. And I can't. I don't see Marcio top rolling Krasny, but Krasny didn't look the greatest in Moldova. I mean, he got his hand controlled pretty easily by
a bunch of guys, didn't he?
I think he was 2 and out. So it just depends, I guess, on what shape he comes in at.
Yeah. My gut feel on this one is Krasny wins.
I think it's going to be a good, hard match. I think if Krasny's able to get it into a hook, which I think he will, Marcio still won't go away, but Marcio will fade. I mean, I see Krasny being like Devin and being able to outlast Marcio as far as wrist-to-wrist hook. But boy, watching some of the recent workouts of Marcio, he looks bigger and stronger than ever. So, it might be a big surprise there. So,
well, I've only met Marcio once. It was November last year, and he was very impressive. Like his physical appearance, he looked very hard. Very hard. Shoulders.
The thing that Marcio's missing is just the hand. I mean, he just doesn't have a real strong hand. But he compensates by doing the high knuckle top roll. He uses his arm to protect his hand. Which.
So when it all comes down to it,
my money's on Krasny. I mean, I hate to go against USA, but I think the smart money is probably with Krasny.
Yeah, I think Krasny as well, but I think that Marcio has enough of a chance that it's still a realistic chance.
Toss,
But my gut feel is Krasny, but I think this is one where we could see a 3-2 potentially. So, all right, we're in agreement on everything so far.
Right.
With one to go, probably the hardest match to call in my opinion. But Dave Chaffee, Michael Todd.
Right.
What do you reckon?
Well, we know what
Hammer's on the line.
Yeah, we know what Michael is, what he's all about. I think Michael hasn't had much room to grow probably in the last 3-4 years. He is what he is, and his strength and his technique are exactly what at peak. So it all comes down to Dave Chaffee. Has Dave Chaffee grown enough to be able to transition into the shoulder roll if he needs to, or is he smart enough to be able to control the hand more than just overpowering his opponent by going straight to the side? So I think it's all up to Dave.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we've seen Dave compete against the true, genuine top guy on the planet. Like, I mean, we saw him against Krasny in WAL, and he was comfortable there. But this season, this match here, it's the first real test for him. It's been a while. He beat Trubin a while back.
Yeah,
but.
No, I think Dave Chaffee's probably the strongest arm wrestler on the planet right now, for sure. That's the strongest arm, maybe even the strongest hand. But he's still lacking a little bit of, because he's so strong, he just lacks the
maneuverability,
technique. I mean, he just never had to really think about, okay, maybe this would work better. But he's like Bushgar. He used to be just straight, just brute strength, power to the side, and if that didn't work, then.
So Michael is definitely someone who can lose 2 rounds and still be confident of a win.
Right. No, he's not. Yeah, he's not going to be discouraged by an early loss.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, he can lose 2 matches and still be prancing around like he's going to win it, like he's got it totally under control.
Yeah.
So Dave needs to definitely stay focused, even and don't let down. If he flashes him first match, second match, you got to be super on point, super focused.
One thing for me, last time I saw Michael Todd pull the WAL against, say, Devin Larratt, I remember expecting Devin Larratt to win the high knuckles, and he didn't. Michael's pronation was actually too good for Devon, and Devon ended up in a flop press.
Right.
So Michael had more rising power and more pronation than I expected. So I feel like Michael might be too much for Dave. But as you said, Dave really is probably, it's him and Levan saying this, really is the two strongest on the planet for just horsepower. So I find this one really difficult. Like, I find it really hard to get a conclusion in my mind as to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
and Dave stays so square and kind of does that almost straight wrist, hand strength to the side. And if he would come across the table, maybe and try to cup a little bit more, make sure that he's got a hold of Mike's arm before he ends up trying to possibly roll it. Get Mike's hand palm up instead of just trying to go to the straight and allow Mike's rise to stop that side pressure. It made it.
Just Dave's got somewhat of a press if he has to.
He's going to have to be in the straps, and it's going to have to be. It needs to have some back pressure with the press. I mean, to just lazily press, Mike's going to be able to pull him across the table.
And I think early rounds, Dave's going to have enough back pressure, enough cupping to probably get the job done. His wrist might buckle a little as he pins.
Yeah.
But
if I was Dave, I'd be a little bit more careful on the start. Make sure I got that cup. Make sure I got that hand control, because you got the side pressure. There's no sense to be trying to panic hit yourself out of position off the go. Just to secure it. I get that. Make sure that hands.
Because no questioning that if don't move ready go happens and Dave gets that, it's over.
Right.
It's over.
Right. And he can sit there for a while and just see what Mike is going to do. I mean, 'cause I think Mike has a harder time doing the King's move on a straight up and down than he does when it's.
Yeah, he likes that engagement right there, doesn't he?
If someone's going full offense and it's stopped there on their side, I mean that's the greatest drain. That's Mike's favorite for sure.
Yeah. So you're going Dave Chaffee?
I think I'm going Dave Chaffee.
Yeah. For me, oh man, I'm gonna go Dave Chaffee as well.
Dave, I'm sure Dave's gonna be better prepared. I mean, he knows that Mike has the ability to stop it. So I think he's got to know that he's got to have other options than just brute force, and I'm sure he's prepared.
I think so. And the last time these guys met was 2017 WAL in the finals that never really was, and I think Dave pinned Mike, and then Mike
came back and won.
Dave,
Travis was in that mix too, even.
Yeah, Travis was right there.
That was impressive that Mike was able to do that.
Yeah, Mike had a hard road and still got the job done that day. But I think that this one's gonna go Dave's way. Just I think it'll be skin of the teeth stuff. But the main reason for it for me is I think that Dave's gonna be patient in the early rounds, and if he is, and just like you said, lets Michael try to do what he wants to do. Michael's pronation will ultimately gas too much. If Dave just goes, like you said, straight side and wastes his own hand, then it's going to be Michael's.
Right.
But if he's a slight bit patient, Dave will
He'll
win.
figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's it.
That's the end of it.
That is WAL. It's only like 24 hours. So.
Yeah, no, it's Thursday, right? Thursday night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy it. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be BR Live if you're in North America, fanseat.com if you're outside North America. And and then also make sure you're tuning in on Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. There'll be a live stream of the tournament here in Scottsdale, Arizona as well, which is only 24 hours after WAL. All right.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a man!